Retirement. It's something that comes to most of us sooner or later. Some of us travel the world, take up a hobby, start a new career, reinvent yourself. But how about going to jail? One man in our country taking his retirement to a whole new level, deciding to retire in an old jailhouse in New Brunswick. That's right, located in Dorchester. The now defunct jail features 15 cells and actually has got a long history of hangings. Interesting choice. Bill Steele is my guest, the new property owner of the former Dorchester jail. Hey, Bill, thanks for this.
Hey, how you doing, Todd?
This is a very cool story, and I'm glad to get you on the show today. Talk to us about the thought process behind this.
Well, I had always had a wanting for unusual and odd stuff, and I've always collected it. And coming up close to retirement, I said it'd be cool to have a really cool place to put all the stuff in, and something really unique. Like there was a gentleman in Toronto, Billy Jameson, who had a bunch of shrunken heads and a really cool loft, and that was my inspiration. I said, you know what? I don't want a house to retire in. I want something unique. I want a silo, a barn, something. And I found a jail, and you know how that's perfect.
So I know that you're coming to us right now from Oshawa, Ontario, just east of Toronto. Are you, Bill, going to move to the jail and live there full time?
Absolutely. June 1st, that's when I take possession of it. I'll be there 12:01. I'll be waiting for the keys to get in there and take out my residency.
What sort of renos need to be done to this property?
I'm not going to do a heck of a lot. I'm going to see how it was before, back in the day, and maybe put some of it back. There was a warden's residence in there. I'd like to get some old photographs or speak to some locals the way it used to be and maybe restore it back in there. But I'll be living in there somewhere. I got a lot of cells and a lot of rooms, so I have a big choice of where.
Can I ask you how much approximately this jail cost you?
Well, me and the owner, we came to an agreement, and it was reasonably priced, so I could afford it. And real estate is pretty reasonable in New Brunswick, so I could afford it, and it was a good purchase for both of us.
Now, I looked on a map during the commercial break to see where exactly Dorchester was in New Brunswick, and you're not too far away from the water, but you're not that close to Moncton. It's going to be a little bit of a commute back and forth. Are you worried about being a little isolated?
Absolutely not. We got Sackville really close. We got Moncton, which is 20 minutes away. I live really close to Toronto, and it takes me 2 hours sometimes in traffic. So Moncton, 20 minutes away or 8 minutes, I'm fine with that. I'm retired. I'm not going anywhere anyway.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. You got Sackville not too far. Okay, so are you going to be living there alone, Bill?
For now, yes. I got a couple tenants that are going to be coming with me that rent rooms in my house here, and they're going to be coming with me too, and then start off new and help me out, but basically myself, yes.
So are your guests or your tenants, do they get assigned jail cells?
They're going to have a pick of which room they want or which cell, so it's up to them.
This is a really cool jailhouse as well in terms of the history that it's got, Bill. And as you probably know, the Bannister brothers, two of Canada's most infamous murderers decades ago, both of them were hung and buried on this property, or so the story goes. And I'm curious how you feel about that too.
Well, I just found out a couple days ago that they were buried on the property, and I was ecstatic when I found out. I thought that was the greatest thing. Holy smokes, where are they? That's the first thing. Let's find out where they are. I'm not digging them up or anything, but let's find out where they are, maybe put a marker up, and let's get the history going. And, there's some great photographs of them in the cells. I'd like to maybe recreate something like that in the actual cells where they were, and yeah, it's going to be very interesting.
Okay, I'm going to give you one final scenario. There you are in the jail. It's late at night. There's no one around, and you hear some noises coming from some of the jail cells. What's going to go through your mind, Bill?
Grab the video camera quick and videotape it and let everybody see what's going on and continue it. I don't know. I think the ghosts are going to run out of there when they see me and my stuff move in, so I'm going to embrace something like that.
Great story, Bill. Thank you for taking time for us to CTV, and all the best with your move.
Thank you very much, Todd.